Hi guys, and welcome to another video with I'm Vegan and Frodo. Another video from the road. I'm wearing clothes underneath, but I'm actually cold. So I got a blanket, and it's been funny. It's kind of funny because it's like cold, right? And it's so much colder than Cairns. It's like 25 degrees lower than Cairns or something. It's freaking crazy. It's I know I'm Russian, and I know in many parts of the world, and it like gets to crazy negative temperatures, but for what I have been acclimatized to, and to what I've been writing in for the last 2 weeks, and living in for the last ages, really, because in Brisbane it's really warm as well. This is cold. It's below 10, and then in Canberra it's like gonna be -2 today, and it's like I find that cold now. The thing is, like, you do need to have the right clothes, right? Like the warm clothes that you can just wear and not be cold when you're cycling, the warm socks like that, go all the way up, the like sorry, I'm like doing funny positions, but like the cycling gear that basically covers your entire legs, wearing jackets, wearing gloves. I should have gloves. I don't know where they are. I think they're in my bike, but yeah, like cycling and gloves and things like that. So it was a good day. I didn't do as many Ks as I thought I would, but I had a slightly later start, and I went to bed late last night because I was staying at my friend's house, and he had work really really late. So, and there was only one key, so I had to like wake up in the middle of the night and let him in into his own house. And then I was like trying to get up really early today, and it just like didn't really work. And anyway, we got out of the door when we did, by where I mean Frodo and I, and it's been really good, really. It's been pretty good. I've had loads of like positive little messages from all the different people, and it's been fun, pretty interesting day. Sorry, I think I'm just a bit tired now. I really need to head to bed. Yeah, it's colder. That's what I'm gonna tell you from this whole thing. There was a bit of climbing, just a bit over 1,000 out of hills out of Melbourne. See, the cool thing is, I said that in the vlog, but obviously you're not gonna see the vlog for like a little while, like at least a couple of weeks. Not until like I'm back to, back home and stuff. The thing with Strava is such a cool tool. So if you're not following me on Strava, feel free to come and follow me on Strava, and not the fact for the following itself, but actually to see the routes that I'm taking if you're interested in doing these kind of trips that I have done. So the trips that I have done so far, this is my trip number 5, and I have done riding from Brisbane to Sydney. I've done Adelaide to Melbourne. I've done ride from Wellington all the way up to Whangarei in New Zealand. So it's North Island, New Zealand. I have done Brisbane to Port Douglas ride, and this ride is my ride number 5, and it started out in Melbourne. And I am, well, clearly, like you'll see it on Strava. If you check it out, I'll be going north again, right? So it's going to be like another route. So if you're wanting to kind of find out which way to go on your bicycle in the area, in the local roads, that's the way to do it. And the thing is, I don't know, with Melbourne, when you're riding from Adelaide, you can get in, and it's absolutely fine when you're following the freeway, the highway. There's no dramas. You can just ride into the city, and like you don't have to take any funny routes. But cycling out of Melbourne north, you can't take the M1. It's the highway. So what you need to do is you kind of tackle around and go through different suburbs. Basically, like you do like 50 or no, you do like 60, almost 70 Ks through suburbs of Melbourne. I actually had no idea that Melbourne was like kind of that big. It made it look very big. And I think yeah, like suburbs or tiny little towns outside of Melbourne, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, you can't like just take the M1 and go out of Melbourne. There's like, but no bikes allowed. But if you go and look on Strava, on my Strava, and the Strava that I was following is this guy whose name is Ryan Flynn, or Rhino. You might have known him as the Rhino dot on Indian Pacific Wheel Race. And he has done, obviously, this ride so many times, like so many times. So I went on his Strava. I've been following his Strava for a little while because I'm just impressed with the Ks this guy does, how fit he is, and obviously, like, I want to do Indie Pack as well. So that was pretty interesting to me to see how far he was pushing himself and what he was doing. I'm definitely, like, one of the dot watchers. I'm definitely, like, a Ryan to follow if you saw any of my Indie Pack videos that I did last month, when I was doing last month. So anyway, I saw his ride and I straight away like took a screenshot of it because I knew that that's the ride that I wanted to do. And I also saw that he didn't take the M1 and I was like, oh, I wonder, like, you're probably not allowed to take M1 out of Melbourne. And like that's how it went. Like I was cycling, and then I actually like there was like one of those things, right? You can go right or you can go left, and I went this way, and it was taking you into M1, and there was like this huge sign that no bicycles allowed. So like clearly, like you really do need to know where the bicycles can come in onto the highway. And if you're someone new to the area, like in Brisbane, I have no drama because I cycle in Brisbane, like that's where I live, and there's just, if you're wanting to obviously ride through Brisbane or in and out of Brisbane or whatever on your touring, like again, you go on my Strava and you can just like have a look at the roads, like zoom in and you see which roads you can take. And it just makes it easier, it's less stressful. So I knew where I can, if I was to follow his route to the door, like it would simply take me out of the city and onto the highway where it needs, where the bicycle actually can go into the highway, because 70k out of the city you can, and that's what you follow, and it's just nice, sweet pedaling. But but yeah, like going out of the city is just like so many traffic lights, so much traffic as well. Like it really overwhelmed me how busy Melbourne is. And I've been to busy cities. I've been to London and I've been to, New York, and I've been to, Toronto, just like freaking everywhere. And teeny little Melbourne. And I've been to Melbourne like a few times already, but it's just, I guess, being on the road really kind of, you kind of get conditioned to this like life of not too many humans around, and you just kind of rolling around with your bike and doing your thing. And then when you are in a situation where there's heaps and heaps of people, you just kind of get a little bit baffled. But it's fine. It's pretty good. Vegan food is really cool in Melbourne. I really like food in Melbourne. Vegan food. But anyway, good day, good cycling. I was gonna say cold again. But you're gonna be like, stop talking about the cold. I'm in a town called Iroa. You can see it on the Strava anyway. But yeah, also what I was getting at, hope I made the point clear. Strava is an incredible tool, I think, because it can show you where to ride, how to go in and out of cities safely as a cyclist, by basically looking at what the local people are doing and the routes that they're taking. And it just saves you like so much time, so much hassle. And it just, basically makes it stress-free, because then you know like exactly where you can get on a specific road. And if you don't have the capacity, like you don't have a laptop to export or whatever some route or put it into your Garmin, at least you can kind of see the suburbs that the person was riding through, and then you can just like GPS yourself into that suburb and that suburb and that suburb, and then you kind of figure out the way out of specific city, or you can see which road they're following so you can follow the same road, basically. So helpful. I also tried going to curve cycling, but they were shot because I was cycling out of Melbourne and it was like 8 a.m. which is actually pretty late. But dudes, it's like so cold in the morning. But yeah, that's why I bloody didn't get as far as I thought I would, because it also was hilly. It tried to rain on me. It was cold, so I was putting on layers, but then I was getting sweaty and there's all this stuff. But it's fine, really. I think it's good. I think it's good experience, because if you're only cycling in this nice, beautiful weather conditions, like all pretty butterflies and flowers kind of thing, you just really like, you're experiencing only that side of cycling, and it's I reckon it's pretty good to just experience different kinds of stuff, so you're more used to different kinds of weather and different kinds of just whatever can happen, and you're more familiar. Because cycling in winter is a bit different, but I think it's still a good experience and something, that you gotta be ready for. And especially with, if you want to keep cycling through the winter and keep that fitness that you've gained through the summer. Anyway, this video is 11 minutes now, so I should probably end it soon. So go cycling was short, sad face, but I'll try and trip it down into Melbourne. Especially like now I'm making more and more friends. I seem to be making more and more friends in cycling community. And there is like a really big cycling community in Melbourne, so it'd be pretty cool to just kind of like meet up with some of them and catch up and go for rides and stuff like that. Plus I am, obviously wanting to do the Indie Pack, and that's where Jason and all of them, like the organisers, live and where they're based, and I want to check out the curb bikes, and because I'm looking into getting a new bike and all that kind of fun stuff. So maybe we'll just do like a weekend trip or something into Melbourne and check out all the bikes, because there's so many bike shops there as well. And yeah, but you'll see it in the vlog. I like kind of tripped around a little bit yesterday, so you'll have a look at a couple things. Anyway, I hope you're having an awesome day. I hope you're really warm and cozy and, somewhere very nice, and hope you had a beautifully productive day and feeling satisfied with what you have done today. And I hope you had just like an amazing time and really seeing the positive side of things, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, and whatever you're facing right now. I know that sometimes things in life don't work out like exactly the way we think we want them to work out, but in the end of the day, everything works out exactly the way it needs to, and it all just kind of fits in place. And maybe even if sometimes, like right now, you can't see how this could possibly be the perfect right thing to happen right this minute, later down the track, you're going to be like, man, I'm so glad that that thing happened, because that led me to this, it led me to that, or alternatively led me not to take that path, but so I took that path instead, and it just was the right thing to do at that time. Anyway, I am going to end this vlog here, this video here. Awesome catching up with you guys, awesome talking to you guys. I'll probably release it in the morning since the internet here is not ideal, but I'll try to upload it through the night, so maybe you'll get to see it a little bit sooner. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, cool peeps, and keep living the dream, keep doing amazing, beautiful things in this world, and enjoying your life, and just lots of smiles and happiness and love to y'all. See you again tomorrow. Bye.